Welcome back to Total War 3 Kingdoms. So, the last episode we did the preliminary conquest of Chen, the livestock farm here, and we killed the Han army. Yes, and now it's winter, and we have succeeded in our mission, which was to reorganize and recruit more people to our army, and thinking that we should move on to the farmlands in Chen. New mission, Opportunity Glimmers and Cao Cao senses power. Your initial advances were promising, my lord, but bolder steps are required. You must take control of the entire commandery. Yes, that's exactly what I was planning on. By doing so, you will solidify a central position that allows you to administrate and strategize more effectively. From such a position, you can then more easily expand your influence and fight any other warlords in your way. Hold 3 settlements. So we could actually take another settlement and still get the mission completed, but yeah. So the replenishment is going slowly. However, there aren't really going to be much precision in Chen. So the road is going down there, yes. Let's move up to the border here. And next turn we'll use forced march if it's... that means we can't do the combat, but we won't get replenishments inside hostile territory anyways. Anything specific happening? Mission issued, mission success... Nope, not really. We can build a building though. Upgrade this to an irrigated farm or to a food trader. Food trader is a horrible idea since that means we actually lose food, which is not something we want to at all. Upgrading the livestock farm increases our income by 20. Upgrading this increases the food production by 50 and 15% more income. 90 to 110, so that's 20 as well. Oh, we can actually upgrade the town itself. I think we'll upgrade the town. That gives us an extra building slot, gives us better defenses, and so forth. So that's about it for now. Next turn. Spring, and Cao Cao has leveled up. Okay, I didn't notice that. Ah, it's raining. I need to shut the window a little bit. Let's see here. Okay, so this is a skill tree of a general. The topmost skills are usually skills that directly apply to the battle. The middle level, or as a general that is, the middle level are, as far as I can remember, always related to being a general. While the bottom level usually does things that either affects your faction if you're the leader, the heir, or the prime minister, but also, as you can see here, this skill clarity gives minus 5% building upkeep to the administered commandery. The administered commandery thing, when you have commanderies, you can appoint administrators to them. In the case of Cao Cao, that's useless because he's the faction leader, so he can't go and administer a commandery. But this, for instance, would be quite useful because it gives us an additional assignment available, since Cao Cao is the faction leader. It also gives plus 20 ranged block chance for melee cavalry, which is handy, given that he's a melee cavalry leader. This one gives mighty knockback. And this one gives minus 25% redeployment cost. Redeployment cost is basically what I did when I swapped out units with a different unit. That's redeployment. Like if I click this, I can swap unit, and that means that I'm redeploying the unit into something else. These three main skill things here always gives the general a special ability that he can or she can use in actual combat. Like this one gives him Unyielding Earth, the one that gives 1900% charge resistance and 100% melee evasion, and it also makes them unbreakable, which is fairly good. The unique characters like Cao Cao always seem to have a special ability here that no other general can get. I think, yes, Imperious Presence is the unique ability for Cao Cao, since it specifically says that Cao Cao's ordered mind encourages his forces to be more efficient action. But I think I've seen that on others, so I'm not sure. I might be wrong here, to be honest. Unlocks assignment industrial exploitation. Also, these rows gives the primary ability. The middle one gives a secondary one, but these ones always give, like he's a yellow general, so these one always give +8 of the primary, while the other ones usually give some other. But it's always useful to have, like, it's not a bad thing to have the ranged units with Cao Cao, since he has such high cunning. That's +38% ammunition and +9 military supplies, so it's a good thing to have it on Cao Cao. And like Cao Ren has much lower cunning, and Xiao Dun has even lower cunning, so Cao Cao is the best one, since I do lack a strategist. +25 charge speed for his own retinue. That means only his retinue. So in this case, himself, I believe. Because this is his army. Like, as you can see here, +10% melee, armor piercing damage, and own army. So that gives him +25 charge speed. I guess that's useful since he's a legendary character. But minus 25% redeployment cost. That's very useful because it's for the entire faction. Usually it's a good thing to plan these out. For instance, I'm not going to take this on him. I think I'll go with flexibility. Since he's both commanding, that is, he's the commander of the army, I could make Xiao Dun or Cao Ren by doing appoint commanding general. But this is fairly good, so I'm going to take flexibility on Cao Cao. And then we'll move into the farmland. Yeah, there's no army here, so this is going to be a walk in the park. And now we have reform choice, and I really love this screen. It's so beautiful. So we started out with the regional commissioners, which gives us a -8% recruitment cost on faction-wide, and this military markets gives +8 military supplies and is usually considered a must-have. But it's not as important for Cao Cao. I will take it eventually, but these down here, that deals with giving us better farm buildings. and also better food production, like this one is plus 25% food production. You have plus 50% food from fishing, plus 25% food from farming. And also, when you see these little icons here, it means that there's a unit involved. If there's I don't even remember what that's called in English, but this little lock thing here, it means that you need to have a required building. So I can't take this because I don't have the farm laborer camp built in any of my commanderies. Resettlement initiative, which leads to agricultural tax relief. Or we can take this one that gives plus 50% income from peasantry, or this one that gives us 1 available trade agreements. This one gives plus 10% income from commerce. That one is not very useful. So there are also some very special units, like this Azure Dragon. You have the Onyx Dragon, Pearl Dragon, Yellow Dragon, and Jade Dragon. These are the best units that are non-unique in the game. So it's also a good idea to plan out if there is a specific dragon unit you want. You might want to look which, because as you can see, if I mouse over this, it tells me all of the ones that I need to get it. I do really like the Onyx Dragons. They are very, very useful. These ones, the Azure Dragons, are also quite good. They're an all-rounder. They go with green generals. And it also increases our food production to go down that route. But it doesn't increase our income. Let's do the Register of Land and Population. Next reform in 3. It would say 5 usually. And just to make sure that none are leveled. No. So you can see that there is a little icon here that says unable to replenish in non-friendly territory. So there will be no replenishment now. Ah, so they do have an army here. Well, that's too bad. Yeah, the decisive victory, just delegate this one. Occupy. Thank you. So our credibility has increased. We got plus 5 credibility. New mission. My lord, the generals under your command are talented individuals, each with an array of skills they can put to use in improving your realm. In each commandery, they can be sent on assignments to oversee and improve the infrastructure, both military and civic, of your lands. Each character has different qualities to bring to these endeavors, so inspect your options carefully. Send any character on assignment and we will have more credibility. Should probably look into trade routes. Yuan Shao is quite friendly towards us, so we are at war with his enemies, which is Dongzhou and the Han Empire. So we could negotiate directly, but you have this new feature here called Quick Deal, and I'm looking for a trade agreement. So both Kongzhou and Liu Dai would be interested in having a trade agreement with it, and I think that for the moment we will not take a trade agreement with Kongzhou because I might be interested in his lands and I don't want to be untrustworthy, and it takes a long time after you break a deal to not become untrustworthy if you attack them. So let's just go with Liu Dai, negotiate. So he wants that trade agreement more than I do, so let's see if we can get some money from him. Make regular payments. Yes, we can. No, that's me giving him money. Request. Nah. Okay, so we can get 45 per turn. Yeah. I'll take that though. Deal signed. It'll give us 45. We'll get 450 gold out of that, in addition to the money that we're getting from the trade itself, which was 288, I think. The trade income is based on your trade influence, which increases through buildings and, of course, reforms. Yeah, heavy replenishment going on here. That's a good thing. You can't move after you've taken a city, so there isn't really much for us to do at the moment except just end the turn and move on, because we're still building. It's going to take another turn until the upgrading gen is done. Let's see what this guy does. Yuan wants to form a coalition, but he wants us to pay him for it. No? Yes, I know. It's indeed my choice. He's probably just going to roam around the lands and be annoying. Yeah. Death of Cao Zong. Word has reached you that your beloved father, Cao Zong, has been ambushed and murdered by the vile Tao Qian, or Tao Qian. There will be time for grieving later, but for now, your advisors are calling for you to act. So we can either follow the story, which may be seen as an act of treachery. It means we will have war with Tao Qian, who's up there somewhere, to our northwest, and our father is killed. Or we could not follow the story, which is biding our time. Still means our father is killed, and instead of the war, we get plus 80 diplomatic relations with Tao Qian. But let's follow the story. Crush them. You swore to crush Tao Qian underfoot and grind him into dust. The blood of his people will provide the grist for your armies. Cao Cao declared war on Tao Qian. A great loss. This death is a disappointment. They were strong, talented, and dependable. In their death, I have lost a valuable pawn. That's an interesting way to look on your father. You're a peculiar character, Cao Cao. Okay, so when I attack this guy, he's probably going to run away, which is very annoying. Oh, doesn't. Let's fight that battle, just for the fun of it. Yes, hello Gizmo, this is not a good time for cuddles. You're just going to be cuddling with a microphone. I do not think the audience is going to approve of that. No Gizmo, not now. Sorry. Okay. So this is an interesting location. You have the river here. I do like that the battle doesn't reflect perfectly, but it does reflect where we actually attacked, which is near a river. We have this nice hill here where we can hide the cavalry inside the woods there. Let's move these guys up here. So, I think, yep. Cavalry we will effectively hide in the woods. Both of them, as a matter of fact. I don't think any of them have vanguard deployment, so I probably can't deploy them outside of the area yet. Axe band, put one on each side. Put the swordsman behind. Of course, we need the generals too. Did I forget any units down here? Nope, I didn't. Shaodun, you can stand there. Zaoran, you have the ranged block chance. That's rather nice. Let's put you in the middle then. Your ability is the hamstring. Cao Cao, you can charge resistance, so you would actually be best to have together with the cavalry, but yeah. Let's see if he comes after me or if I have to go after him. Ah, perfect. He's coming after me. You can just hang out here then. Speed up things a little bit. Let's keep you tagged. I want to move you over here. That's a strategist, so it's not going to be possible to duel him. Boom. And let's take Shaodun out. Also, I'm going to slow it down a little bit because I want to move these units over here. Hamstring. Cao Cao can help with that. With the melee evasion. Which is not a bad idea when spear infantry is coming in. Move you here. And move you in there. And you can go there. Let's attack these. Okay, these spear guys are getting annoying. Move you forward. And let's charge these guys in the back. Perfect. I don't really think he cares about being charged by a bunch of cavalry. It's barely taken any damage at all, so... Victory. Let's kill this guy. And you guys can run after these guys. I mean, these guys weren't even involved. It's always nice to get some additional XP, so that's why we're bothering with this. Excellent. Hamstring. Should speed this up. Just eradicated them. Go after those, and you can go after those as well, and so can you. I could even target them, that is. There we go. Boom. I almost feel sorry for the people there. There's one unit all the way over there, but nah, no. Playing victory. Decisive. You see, the generals are really powerful. Lots of money, that's nice. We could use the replenishment. 5% is actually quite substantial at this point of the game, especially since we lost 11, but we have a fair amount of units or men that needs to be replenished, so I'll do that. Don't really have much movement left. Are we at war with someone? That is, except for oh, that's the wrong window. We're at war with Dongzhou, Han Empire, Tao Qian, and the Yellow Turban Rebellion. Okay, so we're at war with him. No, we are not. That's interesting. I thought we would be at war with him. Dongzhou, Daimao, Kongzhou. He is a Yellow Turban rebel leader, but it's not. I guess it's not the Yellow Turban. Right. Okay. We do have the credibility that we can use here. We have Yuanshu and Liu Biao over here. Yuanshu is usually friendly to most of the factions. Okay, so this guy has a global rank of 10. Kongzhou is a global rank of 33. Tao Qian has a global rank of 32. Wang Lang has a global rank of 22. So if I instigated a war between Wang Lang and Tao Qian, that could be interesting. Let's do that, or have a look at it. Trade, marriage... I need 75. But I could manipulate, as you can see. Plus 25 credibility, but it's actually quite useful. What I will do, however, is negotiate with Liu Dai and see if he will pay us a bit for a non-aggression pact. No, you're not interested in that at all, are you? Okay, how about you, Yuanshu? Are you interested in an aggression pact? No. Wang Lang? You interested in an aggression pact? Okay. Sure. I won't have any non-aggression pacts then. Military access? Yeah. Moving on. Guess they don't like us. What a shame. It's not like So Liu Dai wants Zhao Ren to marry Liu Huimin, but that means that I would give away Zhao Ren for a mere 837. I don't think so. You send word far and wide that you are seeking talented people to join your court. One has been found who fits your needs, and they await your decision. Character recruited, estimated salary 100. We also gained an ancillary. Ah, a strategist. Excellent. Mao Jie. So it's usually a good idea to look at their past loyalties, just in case they might be a spy. Like this guy's worked for Zhang Lu. Mediator. You're an advisor. Respects patience and admires intelligence. Values sociability and values diplomacy. Because I want to have a character that actually fits together with the other characters. So in this case, I would want to swap out Zhao Ren. Swap selected retinue. You can see that Mao Jie, he doesn't like Xiao Dun. Xiao Dun, I think so. And Liu Zhu doesn't like either of them. In fact, he rather dislikes everyone in my faction. Brilliantly. This is a constant. source of aggravation, getting these characters to like one another. Yeah, let's recruit Mao Jie. Even though he doesn't like Zhao Dun. Hopefully they'll learn to like one another after they've fought a few battles together. That means that he goes back into the pool of characters available. He's now in my court. Takes one turn for him to return. And I'm guessing that we want to go after Yangzhou next. Let's move down to the border here. Guangzhou doesn't really have that big of an army. So what we want to do now is redeploy these guys. That name is a bit of a conundrum to me. Jian Sword Guard Cavalry. That would be like saying Katana Sword Cavalry in Japanese, since as far as I know, Jian or Jan is sword in Chinese, so it's a sword guard cavalry. Vulnerable to spears. Most cavalry are quite vulnerable to spears. We'll go with a cheaper option for now. I don't want to pay this much upkeep. We'll swap you guys out with Saber Militia, and then we'll just fill up here with... we also want Trebuchet, because those are quite useful, and we can fill this up as well. Chen, the public order is dropping, but that's not really a big problem at the moment. We lack the money to upgrade this. There was one of the reforms that I wanted that requires a farm laborer camp at this level, so we'll build that one. We have a new reform. Yeah, this one, the Provincial Iron Tool Forges, requires the farm laborer camp. We'll just continue up here, plus 10% income from all sources from the civil service recommendations. Issue that. And I guess that's our turn. So Yuan Shu, he will keep paying us money if we just support his claim to emperorship, and it's basically free money, so sure. Dongzhou doesn't like that, but I couldn't care less about what Dongzhou thinks about us. So Zhangyan declared war on the Yellow Turban Rebellion. It's fine. Jiao Chan, the minister Wang Yun, fearing the tyranny of Dongzhou, sends his adopted daughter to the capital. His plan is to have her destroy the relationship between Dongzhou and his adopted son Le Bu. I think it's Le. That's fine, we've gained some ancillaries, a wooden fish. Great. Guan Chun is available for recruitment, and Cao Ren has returned to duty. Now, I'm just going to check. I'm not going to do this, but if this guy... Yeah, of course he is. Bah. Okay, we're at minus 40. But I will recruit him, even if it costs me 1,000. Because I do want to put him into that army eventually. Oh well. Will be fully replenished in 3 turns. I don't want to fight during winter, so I will at least give it 1 more turn. Liu Biao wants a non-aggression pact, and he demands food. and the military great axe. No. Go away. Yes. Speaking of which, I probably should try to trade away some food, because we do have quite an excess. And the excess will only grow. I mean, we have 13 in excess. Yuranshu declared war on Heiyi. That's fine. I don't really care about Heiyi. Although I would like this commandery, but we can always get that later on. And, you know, he might even win or lose. Cao Ye has given us a... No, Cao Ye is actually the son that we just got. So Cao Cao and Lady Bian has done some interesting activities. Jade bird. Over tea, you tell your general of your dream of a jade bird. The general takes a long sip of their tea, places the cup down and looks you in the eye. The vision of a jade bird is an auspicious prophecy, the jade indicating imperial matters, and the bird a being that can traverse the gap between earth and heaven. So Mao Jie and Cao Cao gets a bonus to their relationship, and Cao Cao also gets bonus experience points. That's always nice. It's spring. So the level we're at now, we're at Paragon credibility. Excellent. Let's just attack Gongzhou. I do want to check if he is in any kind of alliance first. He's at war with Heiyi, and he trades with the Han Empire, so no. Let's just... don't really have to do it this way, but declare war, issue declaration. You've made a cunning foe, yes. And attack Yangzhou. Pyrrhic victory. What's the map view here? Right, so there isn't any towers or anything here, but he does have fairly interesting force. Yeah, this is going to be a longer episode than usual, but that's fine.
霸业即是天道，我军必将无往不利。君之一言，振奋我心。今日我等当共举大事。敌方实力不明，不可以掉以轻心。
That's sage advice. Of course they do.
下与我对峙已久，今当在此做个了结。
Our long I just declared war on you. How do you make that a long rivalry? Okay. That's an interesting land. Let's put the trebuchets up here in the... wrong button. Should be hidden. Good. And the cavalry in front of them should be hidden as well. These guys, just have to put them behind here at the moment because they're in the way. Bowman here. Swordsmen on each side. And take these guys and place them behind. Cao Cao, you can stand over there, you can stand here, and these guys are now hidden. Excellent. Why is this guy hidden? Okay, so you guys are hidden because you're underneath the tree. Okay, that seems logical. That's a rather substantial force. Let's see if we can trick them out. While the trebuchets Rain down doom. Let's target these guys so we can actually try to hit more than one unit, because these guys are not really that effective. Must be fairly terrifying to have that happening. Nah, doesn't seem that they want and care to join us out here. Sure. Let's move you guys here. What is your limit? Okay, so you can only hit those guys there, okay. Ah, here they come. So, cannot duel with those guys. Let's attack. Speed things down a little bit. And all of you can target these guys. And I want my cavalry up here. Actually, you guys, I think I want you up here. So go there, and then there, then in there. Do a hamstring, please. Let's attack these with flaming shot. Also, I think I don't want to turn off toggle fire at will, because otherwise they'll just start attacking. And yeah, they'll harm our own forces, which is not ideal. Why are you hanging behind here? And you can target those. We're running out of ammunition, but that's not a problem. The horse is jumping in, wow! Good. The cavalry's here. Good. You guys can now charge in there, and you guys can charge in there, and that means that you guys need to stop. You can go take out that general. Run down a few people in the process. Perfect. You can run after those, and you can run after those. Cao Cao, you can go help out there. I want you to do that. You can attack there. You to run after them.
因仓皇逃窜，请懦夫，骑兵准备，冲啊！
Back there.
哈！敌将已被我军斩了。
That's one dead general. Perfect. Hamstring. Oh, take him down. Okay, so you guys are going after my cavalry. I don't want you to do that. You go after those. Move there. No fire at will, please. Sure, just let those guys run and you can start firing at them. Also attack. So I have a cavalry here doing nothing. General died. Perfect. Maybe send you after them now. Victory. That means everyone is routing, which is perfect. Let's just kill off things. The speed. Might be killing my cavalry now, but oh well. Hamstring. Boom. Not that that's necessary because they're not actually fighting back at all. You guys can run after something. Yeah, let's just claim victory. Decisive. Which is why it's always a good idea to do the battles yourself if it's very close, like this was going to be a Pyrrhic victory if I had auto-resolved it, and yeah. End battle. Because even he killed 54 people on his own, and these guys killed 60, so we lost a little bit above 100. Whereas if it had been a Pyrrhic victory, we'd have lost hundreds upon hundreds, so this is definitely preferable. 330. Okay. Ancillary gained. Occupy. Faction succession. This is always strange to me because then faction destroyed. But I guess it was because we killed Gongzhou in the battle. So we occupied Yangzhou. Zhao Dun and Cao Cao has gained ranks, and they are also oath sworn to one another now, which is very good. Gongzhou was killed in battle. We've gained a stone archer. Oh, Mach Jian. Excellent. Farm labor camp is complete. You have another skill point. I think we'll go with nobility. Zhao Dun. You're not commanding. I'm not really planning on using you as an administrator. Or am I? Plus 20% income from peasantry. That's actually quite good. But on the other hand, vengeance and binding fury. Let's go the lower route. You didn't gain anything. You or you. However, we did get a new weapon. I don't know where he came from. You can get the Great Glaive. Here you go. We also have a new horse. I think Cao Cao has his own horse. The Shadow Runner, yes. Zhao Dun does not have a horse, which is unique. Plus 10 charge bonus. I think I'll give this to Zhao Dun. We haven't gotten any new followers, and we haven't gotten any particularly good ancillaries either yet. You can get the Stone Archer. Mauje. Yeah, we'll just give these guys these, since it gives them satisfaction. One. There we go. Do we have any other weapons? Yes, so the Match Jan. It actually takes away expertise though. Don't think I want to do that. What did it actually give? It gives instinct, but it can't be used by an instinct general. Interesting, yeah. Anyways, this episode has been quite long, so I think that we'll end it here. So I hope that you all enjoyed this little venture. We expanded our territories with having the entire commandery under our control, and we also got one province of Yangzhou, and the rest of Yangzhou is under the control of the Han Empire, so that's literally just walking in there and taking it over. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you all next time.